as we spoke about, like, we actually never touched on this subject ever, like prenups. Like in the Desi household, when have you ever heard about prenups? Ever?
I've never heard of anybody getting a prenup, bro.
How often do you hear about people talking about prenups now?
Yo, now to be honest with you, I'm starting to hear about it a lot more.
Right?
But why do you think that happened all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Fear. It's fear, man.
It's because it's very common, bro. You can't do what you don't know.
Yeah.
Now you keep hearing about prenups. Like, people are going to watch this and start searching up what is a prenuptial agreement, this or that.
Yeah.
Now when people become more knowledgeable, they're going to be like, I could potentially do this, right? Now the guys who are insecure, obviously, they're going to be like, okay, you know what? I don't trust my girl, and I feel like my girl could possibly screw me over, so I'm going to get a prenup signed. The girls, obviously, some girls that don't have the right mindset and they want to take care of money, they're going to look into this as well, and they're going to ensure that they don't sign a prenup, right?
Yeah.
So again, it's just very important to figure out the morals and the values and what your future goals are.
But I mean, I think another aspect I would say about it is that we sign a prenup anyways, but it's established by the state, by the government. We sign prenuptials anyways. Yeah. I think prenuptial, where it's benefit, I don't think it's really, I mean, women see it as a way like, okay, you're signing this as a sense of fear that you don't really see as serious in a relationship. Yeah. But I would say, like, okay, it's not about the relationship part. It's more in the sense that we have control on our what the conditions are in our relationship. Not the relationship, but like that it's not in control in the government. It's in our own control, and we decide what we want to do.
Correct. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, I think prenups is interesting because, like, for me, it's just like if a woman, as you said, it's there for you in the beginning, it makes sense because at the end of the day, she needs to feel protected in a sense where, like, you never know what can go wrong. You never know, right? But obviously, you can't have that fear in the back of your head, right? But at the end of the day, imagine if a woman does pour yourself into it, like looking from, we're talking about it as men's perspective, right?
Exactly.
But we don't know what a woman, like, because their biology is way different. Polar opposites in the way they work, right? So on their side, it's like, if I am there for the riding it out with you, that means they are sacrificing their, certain things they want to do business, this, that. Yeah. Knowing what's better in the current state mind, right? Exactly. So would you think, like, you think that's a justifiable reason why people something they do want a prenup?
Honestly speaking, bro, it's dependent from situation to situation. Like, I have some clients, can't obviously mention the names, but their families are worth $100, $200, $300 million. They got trucking empires, real estate empires. Yeah. And the reason why those kids sign prenups is to preserve the wealth their generations above have created. God forbid a girl just comes in and marries you and she divorces you, takes 50%, and the kid had assets underneath his own name that his dad, Bapuji, and everybody above put on his name. He's screwed. She's taking all of that. So you can explain in that method too, like, this is to preserve what my parents have. This is my parents' wish, not mine. But I'm signing this just so I can preserve their stuff. But babe, listen, whatever you and me build together, this is for us.
Exactly.
We'll do 50-50. We don't mind. I'm not leaving, you're not leaving. We're in this together, right? To the end. Hey. Explain like that. I don't understand why she would have an issue. She would have an issue if she's trying to take your parents' stuff. Other than that, no, which is good.
That's so funny. No,
but it's a very touchy topic, bro.
It is. I mean, it's not talked enough. I don't talked about enough in our community. I don't think. I don't hear much people talk about it at all. Actually,
no.
In an open environment where you can have these talks,
especially up in it too. I don't. Because we don't talk about
the reason why.
I mean, they're not knowledgeable in that what it is. I mean, if you ask your parents what prenup is, they're like,
back then it was just a place from struggle.
That's a very common thing too. In Indian households, majority of the people don't know about things like what's a trust, what's a will. Like, I just explained this to one of my family members a month ago, and I'm like, do you have a will in place or do you have life insurance? Like, Ogi hundiya. Yeah, bro. I'm like, yo,
you don't understand. Like, I have my own company, right? Insurance company.
There you go.
Amount of people I bump into. A lot of them, they don't even know what the actual benefits of having these certain services at your hand at a certain time, desperate times. You don't know what the cost can arise. And just having these things is just it's a game changer. Like, even with my dad, the first time when I got into it, he's like, why are you doing it? He's like, you're spending just random like $200-$300 on a policy that you don't need. I'm like, how do you know that? I'm like, have you looked at, do you know what it is?
I could die tomorrow.
He's like, no, he has no idea what the policy is. He's just nothing. I'm like, I want it to be given what the benefit is in the future because it will help protect my assets to a certain extent. It won't cover everything, but it'll cover a small amount of it. At least it'll provide that leeway for the next little bit. And then after that, whoever comes after me, it's there what they're going to make out of it, right?
Exactly. The life insurance is not even for you. It's for your family, right? And if you love your family, you should get it. You don't want to, like, if imagine I just, God forbid, died tomorrow, my family had to take care of those millions of dollars in freaking mortgages. There's no way they're going to handle that. So if I die, at least everything's paid off and they have a little bit of spending money to reinvest. They're good to go. You don't do it for yourself. You do it for your family.
Yeah.
But again, like since we're talking about it, we do suggest that majority of the people watching the podcast, you should educate yourself on trusts, wills, life insurances, and everything. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have a life insurance policy, your family's gonna have a hard time. If you don't have a wills, then where are your assets gonna go? You don't know. Your kids are gonna fight. I've seen people fight over their mom and dad's worth. Like, I should get the good. I should get this car. I should get the vacation home. And they start. The siblings start fighting, and they're out. They're out.
Yeah, that's fucking
I'm not talking to you ever for the rest of my life. Stupid shit like that. I'm like, what are you doing? This conversations that we should have at the beginning, but brown people just hesitate to have these conversations.
The thing is a scam too. They're like, nahi, aami paise waste.
Yeah. 200-300 paa dene, kaate?
Yeah.
G-Wagon le loon main.